Hi, Math 1. Let's recap writing exponential equations. So when it says exponential, okay, these are the geometric ones, and this means that you're going to have a multiply or divide pattern. All right, so how does the equation look? F of x equals, you're going to have a starting number, okay, and then you're going to have a multiply by the pattern. Okay, and this is where the pattern goes. And the reason we use parentheses for multiply, okay, even if it's divide, okay, if it's divide by 2, we change that into multiply by 1/2. Okay, so we're always going to have parentheses for multiply, and then we're going to have an exponent. Okay, and the exponent there is going to be x, but we might have to adjust it. So take a look to see if your table starts at 0. If it starts at 0, you just need an x. Okay? But if the table starts at a different number, like 2, you have to bring it back to 0, and we would want to say x minus 2. Okay? And here's a little hint. If you are an exponential equation, okay, you are going to have an exponent. The linear ones do not have exponents. Okay? Here's a hint. Always make yourself a table. If it's a story, turn it into a table. If it's a graph, turn it into a table so you can write the equation. Okay, write the explicit equation for these situations. I notice here there's no table, so I'm going to make one. At hour 4, the video only had 100 likes. Okay, so at hour 4, this is going to be hours, and this is going to be likes. Okay, so there was 100 likes, but then it goes viral, and the number of likes triple every hour. So at hour 5, okay, it's going to have 3 times as many because the pattern is triples. That means multiply by 3. Okay, so your choice if you want to use H and L of H, okay, or what some people do is they just use X and F of X, okay, doesn't matter as long as your input letter goes inside. So the equation is going to be, okay, the starting number. We're going to start with 100. The pattern is multiply by 3 times by 3, okay, then the exponent is X. Okay, now you have to make sure you look to see if your table starts at 0, which it does not. I'm going to have to adjust the x. How do I get this back down to 0? I need to minus 4. If this was a negative, you'd want to add 4. You want to make sure your exponent here gets down to 0. Okay, next one. I see a graph, so I'm going to turn these values into a table. We've got x and we've got f of x. Okay, is there a value at 0? And there is. There's one up here. 0 has the value of 9. Okay, 1 has the value of 3. Okay, now you should probably keep going. Okay, because I don't know if this is minus 6. Okay, but this is definitely a curve. It's definitely a divide pattern. Let's go one more time. 2 gives us a value of 1. Now that I have these numbers here, it's definitely a divide by 3 pattern. But dividing by 3, I can't write in my equation. I'm going to say multiply by 1 over whatever number that is, 1/3. All right, let's go ahead and write our equation. So we have f of x equals, okay, we start with the starting number, 9. We're going to multiply by the pattern 1/3. Okay, then the exponent is x. Can I leave it like that? Let's go check our table. Our table started at 0, so that's going to work. Okay, you can always try your equations to see if they're working. Okay, so I'm going to test this equation. I'm going to test f of 2 to see what we get. I'm going to plug 2 into the equation. 2 needs to go into the input spot. 9 times 1/3 to the power of 2. And I'll use my calculator to help me with this. So I'm going to do 9 parentheses. I'll just do 1 divided by 3, okay, to the exponent to the power of 2. The calculator is telling me that this is equal to a 1. And my table, yes, look at that. 2 is the input, gives us 1 as the output. This equation is correct. Good job.